Inflation went negative in November. Can you say bah humbug? What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bottom Line for Sunday, December the 24th, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody. In the meantime, we have reports that inflation went negative in November. And I don't know, I've been to the store and I've been to the gas station. I haven't seen as big a drop as I've seen in crude oil. I haven't seen any drop at the store. I see higher prices, not lower prices. So I don't know where that information comes from. But apparently, they'd like us to buy into the bullshit that they want to feed us. And it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But what can I tell you? I mean, they say the inflation gauge cooled more than expected. Like I said, the average American isn't feeling the benefits of what they're trying to sell. So you tell me what you think, and we'll go from there. We've got a real debt problem. And of course, going into Christmas, there's no bigger problem because we know that Americans are going to create more debt. Nobody wants their children to suffer. Everyone wants to give the big gift, the best gift, and they'll charge it until they bleed. And of course, we know that right now there's never been this many Americans at limit on at least one credit card. Okay. In fact, you could call the banks and the Federal Reserve on one big credit card because the emergency lending window continues to grow on a daily basis. We see record amounts of outflows to keep the banks running, although the banks are supposed to be very strong, along with the markets. And again, I guess, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We've had a monster rally, and of course, a lot of it with crypto, crude, a lot of crappy stocks as the yield curve continues to steepen. Rate cut hopes, soar. I don't know. Are they going to cut rates? I don't know how they can. I mean, again, when you look at it from a reality standpoint, we are not in that position. We still have pretty dramatic inflation as far as I'm concerned. How they're going to cut, I don't know. But obviously, this big rally is from the potential of cutting rates. Now, again, you can look at it any way you want. I don't think they're going to be able to cut, but we'll see. Obviously, we'll see after the first of the year. But it's interesting that we continue to hear these things, and of course, the market's going crazy on potential rate cuts. When if you would just let the free markets determine what rate should be, we wouldn't have this over money supplied market. We wouldn't have dollars, the valuation of our dollar. We wouldn't have the inflation that we have if they'd let the free markets trade by themselves. And of course, the wealthy Californians are running away from California now because, of course, the tax dollars are ridiculous. Okay, if you're making, let's say, $300,000 a year and you're paying an extra $35,000 or $40,000 just to live in California, are you happy about that? I wouldn't be happy. I left Illinois for the very same reason. So, I think that there's issues here. And of course, we've got, some are calling this the silent depression. Again, I'm not calling it depression. I am calling recession. I've said it all along. I'm not changing now. I think the lack of jobs, we hear these great reports, but nobody ever counts, first of all, the right number, okay, because it really should be off of the U6, not the U3. The JOLTS report, which is how many job openings, but how many people have been laid off of their jobs. We're not counting that as well. So again, there's a lot of things to believe and look here, and I think those are problems that are something that have to be considered. I mean, we've got a country that is failing. We've got a country that is falling apart. Never has there been more hatred, more anti-Semitism, okay, and more support for a terrorist group that tried to destroy this country in 2001, 9/11, if you don't remember, okay? But yet, here we are, now we've lost an American hostage in Gaza, okay, and the White House is silent. Where is the big uproar, okay? When it was the Jews, okay, they hated the Jews, so there was a big uproar to support the terrorists, okay? Now, an American hostage, the White House is silent, okay? And of course, they're silent on Hunter Biden as well, as you continue to watch these stories develop and all the money that has been taken out by the Biden family. And again, these are printed reports. These aren't my opinion. These are facts that are there for everybody. But we continue to see, listen, there's a run on crypto. for many reasons. And I think part of it is it looks like it may turn into a potential stored asset. You also have next week, potentially during a holiday, a new ETF coming out and some approvals for the crypto world. So not a major surprise. And of course, we'll get to more of this in our commentary, but the taking President Trump off of the ballot in Colorado. Okay. And of course, why don't we take the President Biden off the ballot in Texas? I think that this is something that we need to talk about. This is in violation of, I think, of freedom and the Constitution. But if we stand pat, again, we'll talk more about this in our commentary, but something is amiss here. But on the good side, President Trump says he wants to try to help save American cities. And if you've looked at Chicago, if you've looked at New York, if you've looked at San Francisco recently, okay, 3 big shitholes, okay, that are being destroyed by homeless, by illegal immigration, and by the lack of anybody giving a shit about what's going on. So, yes, it is the Christmas season, and we always hate to say bah humbug because we like to be happy during Christmas. But, I mean, this year is, it's amazing how many are fooled and continue to believe in what is going on. And you've never seen this kind of hatred, this kind of dissension among the ranks. And I think that this is a very big problem that if we don't do something about it, it's gonna turn into a civil war, and we have to adjust to make things better because first of all, we're getting lied to. Okay. Now again, I'm not blaming both sides of the aisle are liars, so that I'm not blaming anybody for that. But at the end of the day, we need to resolve, we need to fix, and we need to take care of this country. Okay. This is Bubba's Bottom Line for Sunday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. We're going to step out here, break, and come back with our market report right after the break. Bubba's Bottom Line. What up, kids? Well, again, we want to talk to you always about our sponsors, and these are brokerage partners. And again, I have other brokers, but I do give you all full disclosure. But these are ones I vetted. These are the ones I use the majority of the time. And of course, we've got a new sponsor as well. But of course, there's Capital Trading Group, who is partners with us on Day Trader's Dream, and our portfolios have been kicking ass. Some of them made all-time new highs now, so we're pretty happy about that. But check them out, info.capitaltradinggroup.com/Bubba. And of course, Tradier, who was just with us in Vegas for our event, they're $10 a month flat. That's number one. Okay, that should be the easiest thing you should ever make. It saves me about $100,000 a year in commissions. But also that our software is compatible to take and do the portfolio execution automatically. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Our hedging program, which is there's a licensing fee, but you can do that. But there is no extra charge from Tradier to have these things done automated. So check them out. Try.tradier.com/Bubba. And our new partner, which is Wealth Charts, and they got a brand new platform that I'm playing with and hoping to get out in front of you shortly. But we'll be doing webinars with them, and I'm pretty excited about that. And of course, they're scrolling on the sides there with the exception of Wealth Charts. And on the bottom is our high school program, which this is going to be a big year. We're going to get back into business, and we've got a bunch of schools lined up to go in. So if you want to help us out, feel free, use the link on the bottom. In the meantime, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line and our market report. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It's Sunday, December the 24th, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everybody. And of course, markets continue to defy all logic. And again, it's not even that they're higher anymore. Now it's the numbers are just mind-boggling that you've had, 22, 23% rally in the last 6 weeks. But again, you can't fight it. And this is one of the things we always talk about. You don't fight the tape. You don't fight the market. You participate or you sit it out. Okay. There is no reason. Of course, our hedgers are very happy because we've had some moves up and down. But again, at the end of the day, you got to sit back and let the markets tell you what to do. And right now, the markets say they want to go higher. You saw last week, Wednesday there was a heavy sell-off late in the day. On Thursday, there was a big rally late in the day, and Friday was kind of whippy, but Friday was higher as well. So you have to respect the tape, and all 4 major indices had big gains for the week. And of course, we're still long all 4 major indices, which is obviously a good thing. As we look at the dollar, we don't trade the dollar anymore. Okay. And not because there's a problem with the dollar. We do not trade the dollar because of the cost to trade it. It really comes down to being that simple. It's the commission cost that you have to pay at the New York Merc or the COMEX, whichever one it is. In the meantime, the dollar is going lower and we are still short dollars. Euro currency As much as I hate it, we are long it, and it continues to fly, trying to make a new high. And we continue to be long that. Bitcoin, we continue to be short, and it's kind of been consolidating the last 3 weeks once we got short, and we'll see what happens from there. Bonds and notes continue to try to push higher. They were pretty much flat for the week, but they continue to run higher. And of course, we're still long bonds and notes, and that's directly correlated to the interest rate market. And bonds go up, bond futures go up, interest rates are going down, and obviously vice versa. So there's a big dramatic spin in the yield curve. It's inverted dramatically, but yet nobody cares. And usually that's a pretty nasty sign. And I don't see how the Fed's going to cut, but we'll see. In the meantime, gold, we were short, but either tomorrow night or Tuesday morning, you'll get long. We're going to be long gold now. We are long silver. We would be long platinum, and platinum is pushing along nicely. We don't trade anymore. It's not liquid enough for us. Copper, we're long, and copper continues to be a pain in the ass, but higher for the week. In the grain markets, we're short corn, we're short beans, okay, and we're long wheat. Corn and beans were both down a little bit. Now, I'm a fan of looking for a spot to try to bottom fish here, but again, I will buy them in a separate account. But I think they look like they've kind of put in the bottom in wheat. It had a slightly lower week, but it had a move big enough to get us long, and it certainly looks pretty good. In the livestock markets, cattle was higher for the week. Fats and feeders. Now, I'd be selling both those. Those are setting up to be great sale opportunities. We have no position. We would be short, but we have no position. We don't trade anymore. And of course, hogs are continuing to try to run, and they're now trying to break out over 72 cents. And if they can get through 72 cents, they can probably get to 80. So we'll continue to watch that, and we would be long hogs here. In the natural gas market, we're still short. It's really churning around doing nothing. And of course, a mild winter is a benefit, and there's just an overabundance of supply. Crude oil it continues to get a little bit pounded, but it's really not. It's kind of just hovering in space. Was actually higher for the week. We are short, but it does look the U.S. is now producing more than ever. Suddenly, we've gone back into big production, which is a good thing for us, helping keep prices low. But I think that's also telling us that there may be some problems ahead. So we'll see how it plays out. But we are still short crude. In the softs, cocoa, we are still long, and it continues to fly high. Made another new high this week. Cotton, we are short, but again, I would certainly look to be a buyer. Cotton looks like it's making a bottom here around 79 cents. Sugar, we are still short, and it got pounded again this week. I mean, we've been short sugar since 28 cents. It's now 20 cents. So think about it that way. OJ has got dramatically hammered. It was $4.25. It's now $3.25. We've been short the entire move. So that's pretty solid. And coffee continues its push towards $2. And we're long. So we'll see how it plays out. Again, the bottom line is don't fight it. And this week coming, the trade's going to be horrible. I would suggest not to get involved. I would suggest to take the time off, as most professional traders do, because what you're seeing now is a lot of skeleton crews in place, a lot of people on vacation. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Sunday, December 24th. We're going to step out here for our final break and come back with my commentary and, of course, a couple of football picks. All right, kids. Well, I'm not going to read through the whole speech, but again, our partners, our sponsors are Trader Brokerage, Capital Trading Group, and Wealth Charts. And 2 of the 3 are scrolling on the sides. We're going to have wealth charts up there soon. Our high school program's on the bottom. Check us out. Again, these are things that I vetted. I do have other brokers, but I want you to, those are the best for me, and I'd like you to have the best as well. In the meantime, don't forget about our high school program as well, and let us get back to Bubba's Bottom Line and my commentary. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Sunday, December the 24th, and of course, every week I give you a little commentary of what I'm thinking, and of course, it is Christmas, so I want to try to be nice, but it's hard. It's hard to be nice when this current administration and what's going on in this country, they're trying to strip away more of our freedom. Forget the fact whether you like President Trump or you don't like President Trump. The bottom line is to keep him off the ballot, to have a court allowed to keep him off the ballot for something he has not even been accused of yet. Okay, insurrection. You can believe what it was. You can believe what you think it was. In the meantime, he has not been convicted of anything yet. And I thought in this country you were innocent until proven guilty. But of course, if you're Donald Trump, you're guilty until proven innocent. And even when you're innocent, you're still guilty. And again, if you just compare President Biden and his family to President Trump and his family, I don't know how you can separate the difference in how nasty the people of the families are and the treatment that they get. Biden gets the golden parachute and gets everything taken care of, and we haven't heard squat on Hunter Biden and the rest of the Biden family, and yet the Trump family is under persecution every single day in the news. So think about it. I mean, again, if you want your freedom destroyed, if you want to be in a communist country, continue to support what's going on. If not, it's time to step up and say, hey, I've had enough. This is ridiculous that we're going to continue to get our freedom stripped away and let them make decisions of who we can vote for and who they're going to put on a ballot. It's hard enough to get on a ballot now. That's why there's only 2 parties in most states. So keep that in mind. In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. And of course, we do have a couple of football plays, 2 for today and 1 for tomorrow, Christmas Day. And today we like Cleveland, minus about 2. Miami at about a picket against the Cowboys. And tomorrow night we'd like the San Francisco 49ers against the Baltimore Ravens, excuse me. I'm thinking Baltimore Colts from 50 years ago. In the meantime, have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday with Bubba's Daily Update.